Okay, moving on from our first progression of leaning tower series where we worked on the golf ball between the butt cheeks and the penguin walks. We're going to move on to our wall drill. Here on the wall drill, we're going to get more into an angle of acceleration, but also thinking of when we're in that acceleration position, we've got to be able to decelerate as well. So we're going to get the golf ball between the butt cheeks. From there, we're going to be stiff in the quads, ankles, feet, even up our calves here, okay? From this position, she's going to put her arms straight out in front. Again, we're going to be about 3 feet away from the wall. She's going to fall into the wall, maintaining that stiffness through her hips, arms, core. Okay, we still got the credit card under the heel. We still got the golf ball between the butt cheeks. We're going to maintain this alignment, neutral alignment all the way down from her ear, shoulder, hip, knee, and ankle. From here, I'm going to cue her to drive her right foot through the ground and punch this left knee up. Okay, this action of pushing should naturally punch this knee up. This shouldn't be something that they have to try to do. It should happen from that stiffness from this back leg. Have them hold for about 10 seconds, maintaining posture. If you see that they need to fix anything, this is the time to coach your athletes through it. From here, she's going to bring that foot back down, get back to the credit card position with both feet. We've got the stiffness here. She's going to drive the left leg through the ground as the right knee punches up. Again, holding this position, teaching and making sure that we're getting that stiffness. If we have female athletes that can get stiff in the quads and not the glutes, that's not a good situation because they're going to be putting stress into their knees and back, so they're going to be at a higher risk for these injuries. And that's a good idea that this is someone who probably needs to learn to turn on their butt muscles. All right, so she's going to bring that back down. Again, 10 seconds, and then we'll move on to our next progression. Okay, now we're moving on to our next progression. We're going to drive the right foot through the ground with a stiff butt, glute, quad. She's going to punch that left knee up. Then I'm simply going to have her do a march. So she's going to drive. She drives this left foot down. I want to see that reciprocal action of that right knee punching up again. Okay, so we want this coordination to happen. Again, this push is going to create that punch on the opposite knee. Okay, this is a very important concept when we're talking about acceleration. Coming back down, one more time. Coming back down with this foot, it needs to be stiff in that dorsiflex position because this is a deceleration to a quick acceleration. So with a stiff ankle, she's going to be able to produce a lot of force. Produce force and reduce it quickly. So as this foot drives in, she's going to accept force from the ground. The quicker she can get out of this with a stiff ankle, she's going to produce more force out of it, and that's the key to being stiff through your ankles, butt, and quads. Now we can start to get a little bit more dynamic with this, all right, to maintain the stiffness to get them prepared for either acceleration or deceleration. So what I have her do, she's going to get back in that position where she's going to drive the right foot through the ground and punch the left knee up. So now, last time we did our marches, now what I want her to do, she's going to do an explosive switch. So this leg coming down and driving through the ground, we get an opposite reaction of the right knee punching up. Ready? Go. 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 Okay, so coordination of that needs to happen. You can see as this leg drives through the ground, this knee punches up. If we get a squish and a weak ankle into the ground, then we're not going to see good hip separation, which is going to be key to acceleration. Take a break. And as that foot was coming down with good stiffness, it's a quick force reduction and production. The quicker that she can strike the ground and get off the ground, the more power she's actually going to be able to use. If that top foot was plantar flex and came down and squished, foot's going to stay on the ground longer. She's going to have less force reduction and production, okay? She's not going to be as fast, and she's also setting herself up for injury if we're talking about changing directions as well. So this last progression here, we can add a little bit of more of a rotary component where the core is going to be involved. Timing of the movement is also going to be important. So when she falls into the wall, she's going to drive her arm back as the knee punches up with one arm on the wall. Ready? Go. Okay, all that happens as one, okay? Everything was coordinated. If she wasn't, she would have lost her balance and twisted into the wall. This reciprocal arm action with stiffness is important for resisting the rotation that wants to happen to the core, but which is going to give us the force as we're driving through the ground.